Good mornings. Good morning. Good morning, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rocket Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Andrew College. What's good, boss? How'd you guess that I'm rocking the spot this morning in an attempt to justify that the New York Knicks have a big three? That the New York Knicks have a big three. So the Knicks have a game tonight. I think it's against the Washington Wizards. Let me double check. I'm on the stats screen. Let me go to schedule. Schedule. Let me go to schedule. So we beat Indiana. That means we've won 5 out of the last 6. And we have Washington, Detroit, Toronto, Washington, Atlanta, Toronto coming up. Jeremy is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? The Last Lap podcast is in the building. What's good, man? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? The Last Laugh. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate that. So the Knicks have what you call a big three, right? The Knicks have a big three. And according to others that I consulted with before I started rocking, John Chirial is in the building. What's good? So I consulted with some others before rocking, right? Just not asking them for content, but like the conversation flows like the Nile, right? Knicks talk all the time. Every time somebody see me, they want to talk about the Knicks, right? I'm going to talk about the Mets after this, but right now in this moment, we're going to talk about the Knicks. Danny Landis is in the building. What's good, sir? Again. Ricardo Torres is in the building. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. So the Knicks have won 5 out of the last 6. That's not groundbreaking information. It's just data, right? And so as I look at the upcoming schedule, I see Washington, Detroit, Toronto, Washington, Atlanta, Toronto, right? Cleveland. I see a Cleveland game, a Boston game, a Brooklyn game, a Lakers, Miami, Clippers, Philly, Orlando, Utah. So the schedule flows like the Nile. It's going to be ups and downs, right? But what I want to talk about this very second, right, is the Knicks' big three. And what makes a big three? Don't talk to me about big three in theory, right? I want to talk about big three in practice, right? Right? I want to talk about a big three in practice, not in theory. Don't give me a bunch of names and say it's a big three, right? We don't want to do that. That ain't the move. That's not the wave. How you go about deciphering what's a big three and what's not is up for debate. So if you want to debate whether the Knicks have a big three or not, I'm not going to say whether you're right or wrong. What I'm going to say is I believe that the Knicks have a big three. If you don't feel like it, if you feel like the Knicks have a little three, that's okay. T. Smith is in the building. If you feel like the Knicks have a tiny three, that's okay. Do you? Right? Sherwin is in the building. Ricardo Torres. Okay. And I don't know why every time I see this is like the weirdest thing as a creator, and I'm gonna still get back on point, right? But as a creator, like when you see certain names, it just reminds you of stuff. Like when I see Sherwin's name, I think about like the old coach in the city, and I'm not saying Sherwin is old, right? But I'm saying like when I see Sherwin's name pop up, I'm thinking like the old coach in the city that know everything about basketball, but in the old school way, right? So when I see the old school coach show up, I'm like, yeah, he gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, the old school way of doing stuff. Wayne Peterson is in the building. Kerry Cox is in the building. Shy Gunner. It's the number one gunner. Shy Gunner is in the building. All right. So here's the thing. A big three is three players that can impact a game at the same time, right? Three guys that can impact the game at the same time, even if it calls for them doing other stuff during the game. Even if they have to do stuff that they're not known for doing, or is not their forte, or is not their main trick. So a lot of times people say, like, use the one trick pony analogy. Like, yeah, Milwaukee has a big three. Okay, when? When's the last time you seen Milwaukee roll out their big three? Rivera's in the building. What's good, Rivera? Rivera's in the building. Okay, okay. Shotgunner in here. All the smoke. I already know what's happening. Right? The Knicks have a big three because they have three guys that can occupy the floor at the same time and still have an impact. See, don't talk to me about Philadelphia's big three of Harden, Embiid, and Maxey when they can only go at you one at a time. Is Embiid's impact, then Maxey's impact, then Harden's impact. Nah, nah, right? When Jalen Brunson is in Brunson burner mode, Julius Randle rebounds at a high level, and RJ Barrett does the peripheral stuff, defends their best wing player, gets out in transition, all these type of things. They all do peripheral stuff at the same time, right? They all do something at the same time. Their impact is felt at the same time. When Randall is not scoring, Randall is on the boards, right? When Brunson is not scoring, he's assisting, directing traffic, doing something, having his impact felt, right? When RJ is not backing up all the way to New Rochelle to start his pick and roll, you know what I'm saying? He's doing something, whether it's spot up shooting or cutting to the basket or something. RJ's doing, so he's contributing, right? He's contributing. Philly's big three, when Embiid has the ball, Harden does nothing. When Harden is ISOing, Embiid is doing nothing. When Harden is ISOing, Maxey is doing nothing. It is what it is, right? I know the big three connotation is said in a way that makes people think of names first and production second. But what I'm saying to you, the Knicks fan, is we should be thinking production first, name second. Eric Serial is in the building. All right, we can get this party started now. The bench should have been IQ, Burks, OB, Noels. I think they're going to fix that bench coming up too. I think they're going to fix it. And Kerry Cox says, but Harden is such a threat. You have to account for him at all times. Right. But what I'm saying is when it comes to big threes, though, we always think about who they are versus what they produce. We think about what they like, who they are. Like we always talk about names. Caleb, what's good? Smoke, what's good, boss? What's the first thing you think of when you hear big three? The first thing you do is start counting names. Right? Salute to the chat. When we think about big threes, we always think about names. Man, they got Drew Holiday. They got Chris Middleton. When's the last time you saw Chris Middleton play? Cats told me Miami had a big three. I like Miami big three better than our big three. Really? How's Kyle Lowry working out for Miami right now? How is Victor Oladipo doing? How's Tyler Hero doing? Is Tyler Hero balling? What about Duncan? You remember that? Man, Miami's big three. Man, how's that working out? What's their record today? What I want to just speak to is the production value, not the names, because the New York Knicks are in a situation that is what's the word I'm looking for? The New York Knicks are in a unconventional situation. Stars don't come here. And I said that out loud, and all of a sudden, let me put this spotlight on Uncle Freezy. I said that just now, and it tasted bad coming out. Let me, y'all allow me to retract that last statement from the record, from the official record. Stars don't come here. I'm gonna retract that. Maybe I'll do a show on that. Maybe I'll do a podcast on that. Stars don't come here. I'm gonna retract that from the record and rethink that, and then try it again. I'm human. Everybody make mistakes. I'm human. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody. Nobody perfect. But as I go forward thinking about this thing, I feel like something's off here. Maybe I'll do. Okay. This light is all in my eyes. All right. All right. Sherwood says RJ, the backup 2, 3, and 4, Sims backup 5, IQ the backup 1 and 2. We just need a starting small forward. Sherwin, stop trying to start these fights. Stop trying to start these fights, man. Sherwin, or Sherwin, do your thing. Start as many fights as you want. Either way, long as you don't start one with me, bro. You know how uncomfortable I get, man, when the beef come around. But the big three production, though, is what I'm saying. If you look at what the Knicks are doing, their big three is as such. Julius Randle, 24.1 points per game. Jalen Brunson, 21.9 points per game. RJ Barrett, 19.9 points per game. Three guys averaging 20 points. How is that not a big three? How is that not a big three? Right? Here's one for you. The Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, 29.7. Klay Thompson, 20.8. Jordan Poole, 20.8. Andrew Wiggins, 18.4. Right? The Golden State Warriors have 3 20-point per game scorers. Do they not have a big three? Do the Golden State Warriors have a big three? That's interesting. Let me check Boston. Boston has 2 studs and a bunch of good dudes. Who else would does Chicago have a big three? DeMar DeRozan averaging 26.1, Zach LaVine averaging 23.8, and Vucevic is averaging 16. They don't have a big three. What about Brooklyn? Kevin Durant averaging 29.7, Kyrie Irving averaging 26. They don't have a big three. What about Toronto? They don't have a big three. What about Phoenix? They don't have a big three. My point is okay, Philly. How about check? Okay. Let me check Philly. I'll check Philly. So Philly has Embiid averaging 33.5, Harden averaging 21, Maxey averaging 21. Tobias Harris is. So it's like I think we have to strongly consider what the Knicks have, because it's rare. The Knicks basically have a big three. D'Angelo is in the building. My brother, what's good, D'Angelo? D'Angelo is in the building. What's good? Repping D'Angelo out there in them streets. Better be safe out there, man. Be safe out there in them streets, boss. Yeah, David L says Boston has a big three. How? Who? Who's their third wheel? I'm asking. Listen, I'm asking just for clarity. Does Boston have a big three? Does Marcus Smart offer that much more than Quentin Grimes, or has he been doing it longer? That's unfair to Grimes. That's unfair to Grimes. Andrew Collinger says New Orleans. Let me double check because I think you guys see what I'm getting at, but I just want to just check just because it's AK. Okay. Zion at 26 a game, McCollum at 21.3, and Ingram at 20.6. Okay. Ingram has only played 15 games. So the point that I'm getting at is this rarity in this rarity that is three guys that produce something at a high level every game is rare. So instead of us saying our big three is not big three because it's not LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, we should embrace the fact that we have something that most teams don't. The Knicks have something that most teams don't. Right? Whether you like Randall is not my fight, that's your fight. Right? Whether you like RJ is not my fight, that's your fight. I trust you as the Knicks fan. You the Knicks fan. You root for your team how you want to. I ain't beefing. I ain't listen. I ain't cut nothing and nothing need to be cut. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, whether you like Brunson or not, that's not my fight. Right? I think Brunson is hefty Smurf. And I know people are offended. Every time, you joke around with your team, somebody somewhere gets offended. Right? You call Grimes the ham sandwich, somebody mad. You call Brunson hefty Smurf, somebody is mad. You say RJ Barrett is the golden child and the future of New York Knicks basketball. And somebody somewhere is mad. But here's the thing. Whether you are mad or not, you can't dispute the fact that these three guys together and or based on injury apart, that these three guys produce together. We can't dispute the fact that these guys produce together. Now, does it mean? And I'm gonna speak to the supporting cast. Core Mega is in the building. The hip hop legend himself. What's good? Now, whether or not you agree with me, and again, it's up for debate. I want to point these things out so that reasonable minds can talk civilly about a common topic, and that is the supporting cast. I think the supporting cast is not as deep as what you think. I think the absolute real supporting cast to that big three is 3 or 4 players deep. That's it. That's it. Emmanuel Quickly is a part of the supporting cast. Mitchell Robinson is a part of that supporting cast. Quentin Grimes is a part of that supporting cast. Now, after those three, things get dicey. I don't know how you feel about Miles McBride. I like him. I like Miles McBride, but I understand that he's not ready yet. Miles McBride is a year and a half away. I don't know how you feel about Obi. Is Obi Toppin a part of the supporting cast? Is Obi Toppin a part of the supporting cast? I don't know. I don't want to really speak to that. I don't know how he fits. I don't know what his future is. And that's only because I hadn't seen him in a while. I don't want to throw Obi away. Right? But we hadn't seen him at his best in a while. And there's something to be said to that. I don't want to say, I don't want to project his long-term perspectives based on him returning recently. Nah, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do the same thing for Cam Reddish either, even though I have a feeling that okay. Dog it. I knew y'all was gonna say something in the chat that was gonna get me going on Cam Reddish. And here's the thing. All right. If Cam Reddish is not gone by the deadline, it's going to be impossible for Tom Thibodeau not to play him in the second half of the season. Impossible. And for my money, I think Cam Reddish, if given the opportunity to get back in the rotation, is going to go all mommy dearest on that rotation spot. If Cam is given another chance to redeem himself, I don't see him ever giving up that spot ever again. That's why Cam Reddish has got to go. That's why Cam has got to go. If the Knicks don't do anything at the trade deadline, mark my words, you can keep receipts for this. Most stuff we talk about, I'm like, man, I don't care nothing about no stupid receipt. Because reasonable minds giving new information are going to rock with the new information. I got receipts from 7 years ago. Uncle Freezy said he liked Moutier. Yeah, I like Moutier as a high school player. I never liked Moutier as a Knick. Somebody tried to throw that in my face. You said when Moutier was in high school, you wanted him to be the Knicks point guard. Yeah, that's before I saw him in the NBA. Moutier trash. Get him out of here. But here's the thing I'm saying about this take. If the Knicks don't trade Cam before the trade deadline, Cam has to play. A 9-man rotation does not work long-term in the NBA. A 9-man rotation is a donut on your car. You do it until you find the 10th man. A 9-man rotation is a quick fix. It's fix-a-flat. You can't play a 82-game schedule, or at this point, well, you can't play when did Tibbs go to it? After like 50 games? You can't play 50 straight games on a 9-man rotation, Tom Thibodeau. You are going to have to play Cam if he's not traded by the deadline. Or you are going to have to play some weird mashup alternative of Obi, Hartenstein, Sims, Quickly, and another guard off the Miles McBride. Tom Thibodeau, you're either gonna have to play Cam if he's still here, or do some weird mashup Obi at the 3 type BS. But you're gonna have to play a 10-man rotation. You're gonna have to play him, whether you like it or not. You're gonna have to grit your teeth. You're gonna have to grin and bear it. Whatever you're gonna have to do. If Cam Reddish is a Knick after the trade deadline, either you're gonna play Cam or play some weird lineup of IQ McBride, Obi, Sims, Hartenstein mix up. Tom Thibodeau, is that what you want to do? Just asking. I'm just asking. And so I was trying to speak to the support players for the big three because every big three needs support players, right? So I think it's in layers, like the big three, the support three, and then, 3 guys off the bench. You never know what you're going to get, like a box of chocolates. Yo, my main man, Jay Boogie, is in the building. Jay Boogie, what's good, bro? Jay Boogie, one of the realest. I ain't never heard. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't never heard Jay Boogie utter a ill word about any human being ever. Jay Boogie, that's my man right there. Jay Boogie said, I know for a fact from the Charlotte game, Cam is out of here. I was with Jay Boogie. Cam Reddish looked so checked out and dejected. Cam out of here. Cam is out of here. Mentally, he's checked out. And shout out to my man, Jay Boogie, man, for coming through and hanging out. One of the best people on planet Earth. Jay Boogie. But what I'm saying about our big three is this. When RJ gets in his bag, Randle and Brunson can do other stuff. Right? Can do other stuff. It is what it is. Brunson is in his bag shooting. Randle gets on them boards, man. Randle gets on those boards. You hear me? Randle gets on those boards. I think I saw Craig say something. I was getting ready to get into my Randle bag, but Allah Wise is in the building. I don't know why every time I see Allah Wise, man, I always think about flexing. Hey, big dog, listen, whenever we get together, I'm just gonna flex. I think that's so childish. It's so childish, but whatever, bro. It's like when you get around certain people, you just feel like having fun, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's like when you get around certain people, you just want to have fun, man. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, man, even on YouTube, I think sometimes we take all the fun out of stuff. What's wrong with having FUN? Soulfinger is in the building. What's good, boss? It seemed like I just saw Soulfinger. You know what? I just did. Soulfinger, that's my brother. Soulfinger 1212. But yeah, but on the topic of the support for the big three, everybody needs it. LeBron, Chris Bosh, D Wade, they needed Posey and Ray Allen and Joel Anthony and all those dudes. They needed that support. Paris Duggar is in the building. Paris Duggar says Randle is a superior player, but he's very mentally fragile. Yep. I think he's trying to get better at it. I think he's legit working at it. And Pudge Nice says Randle moved into top 10 for the East. Randle's a baller, man. Randle's a baller, and I don't want to. And I know sometimes I can get into my Randle bag, but here's the thing. Again, sometimes I have to clarify. You know what I'm saying? For those that are watching, I get into the bag for a lot of people, but people call me flip floppy. They like, yo, why you like Grimes today? You didn't like him yesterday. Why you pounding the table for Randle today? You was talking about RJ yesterday. Yeah. Easy, big fella. Easy, big fella. Somebody DM'd me that. Like, yo, they legit DM'd me behind the scenes. I should put it on the screen, but I ain't. It was so dumb. It's like, yo, why you always coming up here capping for Randle, but you don't ever say nothing about everybody else? And I'm like, what? Come on, y'all. Come on, party people. First of all, this is supposed to be FUN. And this is supposed to be entertaining. Right? Right? Secondly, I do what I want to do. And third, and most importantly, I don't just, I don't just pound the table for some. Now, if something seems unfair, I might do it. Parasite says, I know he's learning how from Brunson. Handles failure exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. Right? Parasite, you're right. Jalen Brunson handles failure exceptionally well. Right? You could see it this season. Through the first 40 or so games, you could see Jalen Brunson get dealt adversity and handle it with class and toughness. So I agree with Paris Duggar on that. I agree that Jalen Brunson handles things with dignity and toughness and class, unlike Randle sometimes. Or unlike the way Randle used to do. Soulfinger says, hit that like button for the number one Chief Rocker. Appreciate you, Soulfinger. That's my brother, y'all. Soulfinger, that's my dude. Yo, we live on different coasts, but I will legit call Soulfinger 5:52 in the morning. And Soulfinger be like, like, yo, what's good? Yo, I'm up. Shout out to Soulfinger, man. Shout out to Soulfinger, man. That's my guy. That is my guy. Right. But on to like the support thing I wanted to touch on just real quick. Just real quick, man. I just wanted to touch on the support thing. I got one other thing that I wanted to talk about. After the support thing, right? And it might start a fight in the chat, but okay. I think Emmanuel Quickley and Quentin Grimes are better than what people think. Shout out to Miss Geraldine. Miss Geraldine is in the building. What's good, boss lady? Okay. I think Grimes, more so than Quickly, will have a star level impact for the Knicks. And that has nothing to do with me thinking Emmanuel Quickly is going to get traded. I don't believe that's going to happen. I think of Obi and Quickly is the one that gets paid. Right? Because Quickly has a pathway to impact, while Obi is blocked. Obi's not a 3. He's not a 4. He's not a 5. He's just an athletic wing playerish. Like Obi's not a classic power forward. He's more of a wing player in the mode of a Robert Horry before he lost his athleticism. Yo, my main man Rel is in the building. Shout out to We Talk Mavs. Yo, shout out to We Talk Mavs, man. They hit 1,000 subscribers like a week ago. Man, their content is super dope. Part of this like homie network thing we got going on, man, with them. Make sure, man, y'all check out We Talk Mavs, man. King Kai, Rel Talk, man. They real dudes. They run a channel just like ours, man. They dope. Let's go. Rel is in the building. That made my day right there. My main man Rel is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Now give us Dorian Finney-Smith and we'll be straight. Yo, we surveyed 100 people. Spee Hive is in the building. What's good, boss? The Spee Hive is in the building. Yeah, man. For the Love of the Game is in the building. Hartwell in the building. Hey, Hartwell, yo, hey, again, I would just say this, and I know I'm gonna sound like an ass. And yo, just charge it, man. Like, yo, just forget, man. Last night I fell asleep like 6:30 and didn't wake up till like 3:00 in the morning. Man, I missed For the Love of the Game. I missed the Queen. I missed Knicks after party. I missed everything, man. Trying to nurse this knee. Trying to nurse this knee, man. Mess around and took like one of them pain relievers, bro. And the only reason why I felt like I even woke up is because I had to use the bathroom. If I ain't had to use the bathroom, I probably would have slept all the way through. All the way through. So, so I'm sorry, man. Listen. Well, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I said I was going to come through and I didn't. I'm sorry. Paris Douglas says, Obi satisfies as is for now. No competitive fire. No competitive fire. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? Let me say this also. Shout out to We Talk Hawks. My man Damon has been on fire lately. Like you know how you get when when people, I don't know this to be absolutely true, but it feels like this to me. That since he's got more outside eyes looking, this cat is in his bag. When it was just like all Hawks fans just in there, like if you talking in the barbershop or the living room, you know what I'm saying? You just say, but bro, when I feel like now that he, you know what I'm saying, know that Mavs fans are watching, Knicks fans are watching, and you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to the table, my man is like in his moderation bag. Yeah, and Rel is like, yo, shout out to We Talk Hawks TV. Those are our guys, right? Those are our guys, right? Right? Lawrence Tears, We Talk Hawks, We Talk Mavs, man. Yeah, man. But I want to talk about the three guys just real quick. And I know this is going to have the chat be topsy-turvy. So we got 6 players that we comfortable with, right? So we got our big 3. And they're a big 3 because they produce at a high level, regardless if it's scoring, rebounding, defense, assists. When their shot is not going or it's not their time to score, they do other stuff well. That's what big 3s do, right? Big 3, when Randle's shot's not going, he's on those boards, rebounded. One game, Randle had like 3 steals. A 255-pound power forward with 3 steals in passing lanes, right? RJ, you know what I'm saying? RJ Barrett in transition, going to the hole. In order for you, and here's the thing, and I know it's going to sound counterintuitive to what I've been saying, but in order for you to score in transition, you have to beat the other team to the basket. I'm just saying. So RJ might be saving his turbo. RJ might be the dude on 2K that never pressed the turbo button until it's time for like a breakaway or something. Like you never see the Gatorade sign on underneath RJ. You know what I'm saying? Parasecond says, did you see what Donovan Mitchell tweeted about Brunson yesterday? JB is killing it. Yeah, I saw that. It takes a you know what I'm saying, a class act to do that. I wish we had more class acts in the universe, though. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had more class acts, like people that could give credit to other people when other people do good. Wish we had more of that, man. It's a shame that we don't, but it is what it is. That's just what I wish. You know what I'm saying? But to the bottom 3, the 7 through 9, McBride, Hartenstein, and whoever the 9th person is. McBride, Hartenstein, and whoever. While I like Miles McBride, I wish I could get more out of him, but I understand that development is not linear. There are ups and downs. I wish we can upgrade 7 through 9 today. I wish we could upgrade 7 through 9 today. I wish there was a way that we can add a Mike Conley, a Doug McDermott, a Josh Richardson, something, a Monty Morris, something. 7 through 9. I wish there was a way we can improve it. Even if we could improve 4 through 6 and bump somebody in 4 through 6 into 7 through 9, I would love it. Sherwin says, yo, dog, I don't want any of those players. And Paris Douglas says, man, you can, though. Play Cam, play Fournier, play Sims. I think Fournier and Sims are going to play. Building Block says Malik Beasley or Jordan Clarkson. My only thing, though, is do you really go back to that well with the Utah Jazz? That's why I have consternation about Mike Conley. And Pudge is like, yo, Cam is gone. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But my point is there is no indictment on Cam one way or the other. Can we do Cam for Josh Richardson? Send Cam to a young team, let him play. RC Creative is in the building. RC Creative, I'm going to call you today. I have a huge favor. RC Creative, I have a huge favor, and I don't ask for nothing like, what I do. Every time I call you, I'm begging. So I lied. Every time I call RC Creative, I'm begging. Yo, I caught myself. Yo, I was just about to say, RC Creative, man, I'm going to call you in a few minutes, man. I just need your help with something, man. I ain't asking for nothing major. And then I thought to myself, every time I call RC Creative, I'm begging. My bad. I'm still calling you though. I'm still calling you. And I still might be begging. And Paris Duggar says, Cam is still here. Cam is on that bench again tonight. Yep. The Organic Fanatics. Okay, I see y'all. I see you. But yo, I think the Knicks, and I know this is going to rock the boat a little bit, and I ain't trying to put no rock in nobody's shoe. Right? I'm not trying to put a rock in somebody's shoe, right? I'm not trying to do that. But we got to get production somehow from 7 through 9. Whether it's the coach stepping his game up or whether the players step up their game in the roles that they're given, somebody has to do something. Somebody has to do something. Right? The players in those roles 7 through 9, I'm not trying to throw anybody away. What I'm merely pointing at is that in that situation, somebody has to step up into that role. Right? Somebody, anybody, somebody get hot in that role. Somebody be impactful in that role. Somebody. Because during games, we get so gassed that we can barely hold on with the big three sometimes. Towards the end of games, like the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter, you could see they ain't did nothing and they demoralized. The big three is coming back in and they exhausted, but they got to find a way to fight. Right? Hey, Big Dog, I got you. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap right here. I'm going to get out of here. I got to do something, including eating lunch. Right? I'm going to wrap right here. RC Creative, I'm going to call you right after I stuff my face a little bit. I'm going to do the game tonight. The game is at 7:30. So I'm going to see y'all then. And yes, if I plan on doing the game and a Knicks at Night podcast tonight, I need to record something. So I'm going to try to be on my A game tonight, man. I'll see y'all in a little while. Peace, man.